There, how you doing? It's me, Zen. There you are. I thought we might, well, I'll remind you that I'm re-releasing a bunch of my older videos. So feel free to go in, when you click on my name and go to my page, go to sort by oldest. And I don't know what you'll be able to see. I don't know if you'll be able to see the ones that are under lock and key that I have not, that you can't access. But you should definitely be able to see the ones that are unlocked. So feel free to go look at those. So if you're new here and like wondering, like, I only have a couple hundred videos up. There's about 3,600 that are under lock and key that I'm going to be re-releasing. So that is a gift for all of you. And I'm not going to do them all at once because, well, I think that 3,000 videos is way too much for people to start digging into. And even if I were to, upload 20 of them in one day, you wouldn't be able to get through it. So I'm gonna try to piecemeal it. I put out about 10 of my older, more popular ones, and later today I will be putting some out. And what I will also be doing is during these shows, addressing my earlier videos. I will, rewatch them and then try to condense the material and talk about them again, maybe in a different way. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm sitting here with my cool new bendy straw. I think it's pretty bad. And I would be outside doing this show, but it is a little chilly today. They have the building is being worked on, so there's a lot of loud equipment out there. So here I am inside with my hat and extra layers. I mean, it does look like I'm in a tundra. However, it's like 55. I just don't like the cold. What's up, Earth? What are you doing? What's going on? Oh, and thank you for everyone that has gifted me things ever, and especially recently. And anybody that would like to, feel free. CashApp and PayPal and Venmo is all available for you to slide me some bio-survival units so I can buy myself some gifts or, buy some shit for other people, even though I don't really participate in it for the holiday of it, because I do that every day anyways. But if you'd like to, it's in the description box beneath. Thanks, appreciate it. Great job. What's up, Unstance? At a ski resort? Oh no, this is just part of my building, man. It's cozy. Not lots of cozy chairs. We do not have a fireplace in here though. I feel like we should. We do not. It just looks like I'm at one because of how bundled I am. I'd rather be warm than cold. So I don't know what we were gonna really talk about. I was considering rehashing some old ideas on the esoteric alphabet. Maybe some etymology and things like that, like some base things. I don't know. We'll see what we get into. What do you guys think? I don't want it depends on who's here and what I want to cover. If you've already listened to those old ones, I don't really want to do it again right now. Oh yeah, the window is all washed out. Oh no, it's not snowing here. No. It's almost 60. I just kind of over exaggerate. I'd rather have extra on. Okay, in case I'm struck with that I want to go to the store or go outside and do something. Yeah. So I was getting onto the streetcar the other day. Let's just start with a little story. So I have a mask on. I have like a bandana. I wear bandanas a lot, and so I put the bandana on my face, so it's clearly covering my face, but there's a hole in it. So I go get on the streetcar, and the girl's like, "Sir, it's got a hole in it. You can't wear that." I'm like, "What?" as everybody else on the streetcar has got their, mask not even covering their nose, blah, 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 all the nonsense, all the ridiculous shit. So I moved my mask to the side, and she goes, no, that's not going to do. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's literally clearly covering my face. What are you talking about? Sir, can I get you a mask? Sir, you're going to have to put a mask on. I was like, you know how stupid this is, right? Like, you know how ridiculous this is right now. I was like, I clearly have a mask on. So I get this whole mask like thing to get on this public transportation. The insanity. The complete utter ridiculousness. It's amazing. Can I get you a mask? Now, I just go, fine, give me a mask. She goes and hands me a mask, and now she's within 6 feet of me, where I don't even have a mask on. She hands it to me. Now I get onto the streetcar with mask in hand. I haven't put any shit on yet. Like, what's the point? Like, what kind of NPC low-level thinking? I mean, I get it. You don't have to be talented or have a brain really to operate a bus or a streetcar. I mean, I'm not downplaying someone's employment, but I mean, for real, you're just gonna like. And so, what do I do though? I get on the streetcar and I kind of just put the mask like as I'm already on it, and then walk back to my seat and pull the shit off. What is wrong with people? I'm just like, wow, extra special. I mean, I'm not gonna go into the whole. It's 2 years into this buffoonery. Not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do. What's up, Brenton? What are you doing? Yeah. Should we talk about? So I don't know if I'm gonna get into the etymology talk today. Maybe I'll just do a specific video on it, because that was some of that. Like I said, I'm gonna re-release some of my old ones, and I'm gonna go listen to them again. That way I can do like a secondary version of like 3 or 4 videos compressed. Yeah. I don't know, you guys want to just goof around and talk about the world? You want to talk about anything specific? Because I don't know. I don't really know. I felt motivated to do a show, but I have no idea what I want to talk about. Do you ever feel that way? Most of the time I just start the camera and eventually something hilarious or educational comes out. I don't know that will be this today. Maybe I need to upgrade the tonic in my system. Oh, speaking of donating and things, somebody just gave me quite a bit of dollars, so I might be able to perhaps get this Zoomy up and going again. So if anybody here is interested, the Zoom stuff might happen soon, sooner than maybe Christmas. Maybe we'll make it a Christmas gift. What do you think about that? Let's see if we can't get some new people in here. I still don't know what to do about expanding this channel. I've tried. The algorithm, the whole thing has pretty much the blacklist of my shit for like 2 years. It's like, it's not much I can do. So here's what you guys can do. You can tell your friends and family, you should listen to this idiot. But remember, I will remind you that you gotta give them a specific video. You can't just say go listen. I mean, because I might not come across the right way to everybody all the time. And especially like if they were to watch this video, they'd be like, this jackass with painted nails and stupid glasses, and like, what does he know? What kind of shit is he talking about? So you gotta be specific with the first couple of videos, and then ease them into my personality, which is, obviously quite a bit for people to gnaw on and to stomach. But you guys somehow like me, and I appreciate that. We're going to talk about people's identification with their ego. Let me touch on that a little bit. I've done those talks plenty of times. And how it's not a good idea to get rid of your ego, but to more understand what it is. A collection of experiences and hopes and it becomes your personality and the ways that you interact with things. It's part of your ego is a big portion. It's the wheelhouse of how you are a being. You don't get rid of it. It's riding it or adjusting it. It's you wouldn't, as I've said so many times, if you really went into ego death and you killed your ego, you'd just sit there staring at a wall drooling. You might as well get a lobotomy. And as Tom Waits said, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. I said, sobriety is for people that can't handle drugs. And I think that's very true. And drugs to me are just nothing more than alterations to your ability to, what you're conscious of, what it's different experiences. You know, you don't want to have an experience, go ahead, just sit in a white room for the rest of your life. Have fun. I don't think anybody wants that though. But people will continually box themselves into smaller and smaller ideas and places, and to escape what their desires, their past, their feelings, they do everything they can to suppress their ego, which is not a healthy thing to do. You have to explore what it is. Some people have very interesting egos that oftentimes get ahead of themselves. It's like a character of a character, somebody that is a character of themselves. I mean, then sometimes you just play it. You just go, fuck it. This is how people perceive me. This is what I am. This is how I enjoy it. Fuck it. But I think it's healthier to do that than it is, as long as you're knowledgeable. If you're knowledgeable about what your ego is, you can't get rid of it. It's not a good idea. Just adjust how you use it. Just like adjust how you use language, speaking patterns. How do you do this? Slow down when you're talking. Read a book. Have a larger, I don't know, find ways to de-stress yourself, to get rid of anxieties, and that'll help you speak better. Anxiousness never works with speaking. Doesn't help. A lot of people have anxieties that get in the way of them having the things they want to say are just happening too fast, and they're like excited little puppies, pissing all over the floor, running around. That's what's going on in my brain most of the time. I have to say, settle down, little puppy. We'll call it the pissing puppy brain. And anybody, wow, there's a bunch of people here. Feel free if you like to. There's always a thumbs up button, or you guys aren't allowed to use thumbs down anymore. And I think that's stupid. I don't like it. I like to know if someone doesn't like me, and I like to know that they don't like me, but they'll still continue to listen. That's something. I can't do it. If I don't like what somebody's saying, I'm not listening to them. Shut the fuck up. I'm moving on. But that shows something. I don't think it's that people that will listen. It's not that they don't like you. There are someone interested. They're like, why do you say that? Why do you think that? But they have to dislike because it doesn't fit in with their perception of how reality should be. They're like, why do you think? How could you think that? How can you think? How can you not believe that Hitler was an evil man? I don't know. I never met the guy. I can tell you that there's plenty of history that's been falsified on all sorts of people, and propaganda has always existed. And imagine how easy it would have been to bullshit people before the internet. You have to understand, you have a one-way television screen directing you to what they're telling you as a prescribed reality. There was no internet. There was no way of having whatever. If you were presented with on the TV, it was no way to even have a different opinion or object to it. I mean, think about it. Everybody here really believed somebody got on a spaceship and went to the fucking moon. You really believe it. You did. You can't say you didn't. If you didn't, You're a special person. I mean, I can't say I believed it or didn't believe it. I see it happen. I just accepted it as a base part of my reality. Right? So my base of reality included that dude's evil. We went to the moon. Everything capitalism is perfect. Everything else is socialist and terrible. And here's the evils of the world. And as you get older, you start to deconstruct these things and realize we're even at a point where it's hard enough to convince people to even talk to people and tell them, like, the green car that you have, the electric car, do you know where it's getting its fuel from and how disgusting the batteries are and mining those and what happens once you put them in the ground? There's so many more things that go into everything but people are still presented with this shiny new object, and they say this is the solution to everything. Remember when people were presented with veganism? Oh, they jumped on that boat real quick. I can see why. It'd be easy to do. You don't have to harm anything. You think you're getting enough nutrition. You think you know what you're eating, and not understanding really what it is. Of course you want to help the environment. Of course you do. Of course you love the next generation. Of course you love the grandparents. Of course you don't want to beat up, of course you don't want to kill puppies. But then if you say anything, if I say, well, let's consider something like, oh, well, so you want to go jerk off Hitler and kill baby puppies, and you just throw old people downstairs, and like, no, you've really read into something in such a viciously pernicious and fallacious way that you have no understanding of how you've been lied to, and you don't know anything. And I'm sitting here just exploring an idea that might be outside of your bounds of comprehension. Why would the information, just because you were given the information first doesn't at all make it correct? But yet people become dogmatic and religious about what they call science or their religion. People that grew up in a Catholic household, Christian house, what do they become? It has nothing to do with objective, honest, truthful, whatever it is. It's just, well, my parents were Republicans, so I'm a Republican. My parents were jackasses, so I'm a fucking jackass. My parents are piles of shit, so I'm a pile of shit. I mean, that's not reality. Here's a piece of information you were given, so that's the first piece. So that must be true. I don't believe it. You have to take everything with a, well, I don't know. Let me put that into the play box with everything else, and see if I go through the play box and see what it actually is. Hey, what actually seems more feasible? The propaganda has existed for as long as you can remember. That most of the time wars are bullshit, completely fabricated lies. The television doesn't tell you the truth. Politicians are lying. Does any of this sound true? But yet, when we're presented with information, we go, no, science is right. It's never been wrong about anything. Science is real. It's real. Except for there's how many different scientists and universities being paid money to have a certain outcome. I mean, I don't understand how people are so anti-thinking, thoughtless. They're hounds for information that doesn't help them or anyone else. But if everybody else agrees with it, they're happy to follow that. They're happy to follow that flag, that nationalist fervor. I'm not from a nation. I'm from the earth. I'm from this realm. The whole thing. The water, the air, the earth, all of it. There's no borders. There's no flags. What kind of moronic shit is this? It's low level thinking, really. Here's my colors. Well, my colors are better than yours. My colors don't run. Get out of here. What's up? What's up, Don Juan? What's up, John Juan? Don Johan. What's up? What's up, Spirit Boat? What you doing? What's up, Bologna? Persona, yo. Integrating through accepting doesn't have a hold of your time completely. Then that's not resisting. Yeah, I think more people, as I frequently will prescribe to people, It's not about learning more. It eventually gets to learning more. But the most things people need to do is just go ahead and drop all of your suitcases and your belongings and your thoughts and just put them over here. Just fucking forget about those things because there's a good chance that the foundation is in murky, swampy waters, and it's not stable. It doesn't have any. There's not a lot of truth to it. So if you can't come into a conversation and go, well, there's a possibility that all of the information I've been fed is wrong. For what reason? I mean, we could get into why, but if you can't do that, like what, like you're holding on to you. There's only a few things that I can really hold on to and say, well, I'm pretty sure this is closer to reality. That's what I got. I got closer to reality, but I know it's not. Like when if someone talks to me and is like, "Oh, did you see the SpaceX rocket landed backwards?" and people were like cheering and whatever, man. I'm like, if you believe that, I can't have a conversation with you. You literally believe you believe the television over your relatives, your family, your ancestors, your heritage, humans. You like to be lied to. You like your bondage and sadomasochistic behavior, and you like to be suppressed and held down. That's what you like. You like to be a thoughtless being. You don't, you. But hey, they designed you that way. Why wouldn't you? Why question? Why question perceived authority? All it takes to be authority is to author something. That's the root word, right? To author something. An authority in what? I've known people to do plenty of jobs that would say they've done it for their whole life and they're an authority on it, but they suck at it. Clearly. you know, just because you've done something a long time doesn't make you good at it. Especially these people like with information, just continually spouting off information that is not. Why is it so difficult for people not to accept the general sense of information you get is fodder. It's just people just talking, just babbling, just muttering inane bullshit all the time. And then anybody that comes in and says anything that is intellectual, if you say something with any thoughtfulness to it, it's perceived as douchey or are you better than me or you can't just come through right there and just like, oh, this is I'm gonna be a you can't just walk in a room and sadguru that shit out. You can't just walk in a room and be like a fucking scientific. Well, I wrote all the studies on the thing when you can't do that. Ain't nobody want to hear that. But they're happy to listen to fucking these jackasses on TV that are reading off of a piece of paper that was given to them by some other jackass that's paid to give them something. How foolish do you have to be to continue to listen to these cocksuckers? Oh, you talking about Bologna? You talking about the well, apparently the names of the islands around the Antarctic? The names? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I never heard it put that way. The red, the red car light years from here. Yeah. Why are you so considerate? You're not going to be here. Okay. If your perception is that you live on this earth 72 years and you go on another adventure, then what are you really concerned about a million light years from now? Like, get off it. Like, stop taking people on this fucking ride to nowhere land. To fucking some stupid, well, maybe 200 years out. I don't want to hear about, 1,000 years in the past. You're going to tell me about 10 million years ago because it's fucking stupid and you can't. And you don't know. You're just digging at shit. You're just digging into shit. These people probably dig into their own shit and eat it. They want to talk about the past all the time. Oh, let's rehash this shit. And then you got people that are just so into the future that they're living. What year are you living in? Are you in 10,000 now? Apparently, show me the technology. I want to participate in it. I think it sounds great. Produce it. Let me see it. See it happen. You live in two different alternate, and these people live in other people's worlds. So, lone scum. I mean, Elon Musk says there's a car in outer space, and we were going to Mars. And they go, "Oh, we're going to Mars." I'm like, hold on. Can we just examine this idea? Are you going to Mars? Did he really? You're living in a fucking fantasy world where anybody's living on Mars in the way that they present it to you. I mean, is there extraterrestrials and alien beings and foreign objects and UFOs? Yes. Are there lands beyond this? Of course. But how it's presented to you? These people that have, well, he's just a billionaire. He's got all the money. He can talk on the TV. He's important. Of course he's helping us. Oh, you think so, do you? Yeah, uncle's got 2 PhDs and a master's. Corona, for real, 2 years with 2 PhDs. Oh, I'm surprised even came around to that. Interesting. So well educated and indoctrinated into one form of thinking. Did he jump on the, okay, there's doctors and there's PhDs out here that don't believe the bullshit? Is that how he got to it? Because that's the only way for them, really. Oh yeah, even on Google you could still find it. I mean, I would do research on anything but Google. I don't, what do you got, like DuckDuckGo and whatever else? I mean, I don't know. At least it gives you some alternative viewpoints. What do you? Hey, Spirit, but what the fuck are you laughing at? What did I say? Sometimes I say so many funny things and I keep a rather straight face that I don't remember what I said that was funny. I'm sure it was though. Should I have a drink with you guys? Hey Don, what have you missed? I know, right? Like, I mean, haven't we all really? Like, what else could you get informed of if you're stuck inside? What are you really gonna? You're gonna go to the common things. Like, what would common things be? Okay, you're not going out to eat. You're not going out to explore. You're not trying to interact with other people, and you have inlet of things. Delivery service. The delivery is going to stay the same. You're going to still eat the shitty shit you've been eating, but now more often. You're going to watch the same shitty television shows more often and more of them. You're going to do the same kind of research. You're not going to question it and start doing some other research, because that'd be insane to look at another position. That'd be insane. So, like, of course, people are just being even more indoctrinated to one style of thinking, one line of thinking, one possible scenario that's true. I mean, could you imagine the things that we can see, that we know? If you just could pull back the veil for the people that don't see it and go, no, here's the real thing, and no, this is how it's happening, and they would just go, what? That would be literally dosing somebody straight in the face with LSD and half gram or 5 grams of ground dried mushroom. You know what I mean? And like, welcome to reality. That's what's happening. How do you feel about that? Hey, be like, what? Yeah, that's how funny it is. Hey, well, who wants to join me? Hey, again, I want to thank somebody that I don't even know who the fuck it is. And this is always kind of, it's really nice, but it also pisses me off a little bit inside. somebody gave me a bunch of dollars, which I'm so thankful for. But I don't have a good way of saying thank you to them here. And I hear like in higher forms of masonry, what you do is you gift and you never tell anyone. And I think that's great. I really do. I think that's a great idea. Which got me this bottle of vodka. So you guys are going on a little vodka journey with me. How do you feel about that? You never done that before, huh? But yeah, so thank you to whoever just gave me that fucking bit of money. That's definitely feeding me. So I appreciate it. And whoever else, if you want to feel like you haven't done enough for Zen, for all that I've done for you, you can feel free to, even if it's a nickel, dime, a quarter, a dollar, I don't give a fuck. Or if you got lots of money, go ahead. I'm good with money. I don't need a lot. I'm a cheap date. Very cheap date. Feel free, CashApp, PayPal, Venmo. It's all in the description box. If you feeling like you might like to give something, buy me a cup of coffee, buy me a bottle of vodka. I don't give a shit. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Don. I think most people here are like, I don't know how many times you listen to me talk, but if you listen to me talk, you're already on that red car, light years ahead. At least I think so. I like me. I think what I'm talking about is important, or else I wouldn't do this. Somehow I've managed to do this for fucking 5 years. That's kind of crazy. This is what I've been doing for 5 years, just talking shit on here. Oh, here's a gift for everyone. Here's a gift. If you didn't know this, from maybe back to about 2011, you could read my writings. I have a whole blog. Like, what is this? Zen writes? Yes, I used to write a lot before I could talk. I mean, not that I didn't talk. I just didn't talk like this, and I definitely couldn't do it on camera. So, Zen Alchemist, WordPress. Zen Alchemist at WordPress. That's my old writings from 2011 to 2000 and maybe 15. And then I transitioned to, I like writing, but it could never convey how my words would work. There's a level to, like, when I'm typing something, if you're not getting the inflection or this little dryness of humor or me laughing hysterically, you can't get that there. You're not seeing it. So it does a couple things when I'm writing out words to show somebody perhaps how etymology, or how maybe the word Tuesday is related to war, which is two, which is Tiwi, which is getting into Mars if you look at the word Mars, it's M-A-R, but if you flip the M over, you get a W, and understanding that war on Mars is why it's red, explaining that through that, you can actually see what I'm pointing at, but most of the time me talking seems to convey it a little more correctly, I guess. Oh yeah, my playlist right now, as we were talking about, there's probably only 150 videos, and most of it is me now talking like this. But my early stuff that I'm re-releasing, so there's about, I don't know, maybe almost 4,000 videos, some between 30 minutes and 10 hours. The 10-hour ones turn into a fucking fiasco. If you got nothing to do, it just me playing tarot with people and talking shit and getting super drunk. I'll leave them on there. I don't give a fuck. But then the other ones, right around an hour and a half, I think is right in the good part. But the earlier ones are mainly teaching. I wasn't doing live video. There was no interaction here. I wasn't reading anything. I'd make a video and I'd post it. And that was maybe 1,000 of my videos are like that. So it's literally just me. I'm not working with you guys in the room. I'm just, here's some shit I know about this. And we cover everything from salt to, Saturnian matrix, to the cube, to the moon, Isis, menstruation cycles, water, what that is, what the shape of the realm might be, the esoteric foundations of the English alphabet, etymology, astrology, and how to simplify that, fasting, nutrition. There's a lot there. So yeah, enjoy that. What's up? What's up, Skull? Bubba G. How the devil am I? There it is. This is. I hope you guys like what I'm rocking today. I got my bright green hoodie and I got my pink glasses. I mean, I've been rocking this for a couple days. When it's cold out, this is my gear. Yeah, Don, I would, you'd have to ask other people where to start. There's so many of them. And like I said, I'm re-releasing them. So just go to my oldest videos or my most popular. Start there. And you'll probably find most of the things. Like I have some that have I don't know, 100,000 views, but those mostly are under lock and key. But yeah, check those out. They'll be re-released like a little piecemeal over the next couple weeks. I'm not gonna do all of them, but I will definitely let out probably about 100 and some of them. The etymology ones, yeah, I kind of when I'm talking, I get into that, and so sometimes I'm saying something and I realize like, oh, somebody's not gonna quite understand what I'm saying or where it comes from, and then you got to get into a little like the way that like when I say etymology, I don't mean necessarily the strictest version of how. Okay, this this word was rooted in Latin, which was rooted in. I'm not a vetted professor of that. I didn't, but I have some of that knowledge. But my understanding of etymology when it comes to cymatics and sounds, and how there's other coding systems within the English language. I come from at that point, like from there. There's so many things that we're saying, and that it's like literally you just said that, and you can't even hear it. You're hearing something that you think it means, but in the actual grand scheme of things, I mean, look at all of the other animals, look at other species. They don't have written word, but they do have sounds. So those sounds must be more important than what the descriptor means afterwards. You certainly know if a dog is in pain or a baby's crying or laughter or the different types of. You're learning sign language. You're learning language at the base level of cymatics. So these words that we use certainly are more powerful than you can possibly imagine, and that we've been given ways of saying things that are not in the correct order. Maybe perhaps why I continually speak in such what you might consider a broken or it's a puzzle. It's chopped up into. I don't talk in a linear fashion, but that's on purpose. I could talk in a linear fashion and keep it very from here to there. But there's a reason when you talk in different ways. It allows people to build image in their head and build an idea for themselves without being over. See, I talk a lot, but it's not to over-explain. It's catching it from so many different angles that you get to figure it out. I mean, if you want a simple answer on something, then sure, I can provide, but. Oh yeah, I mean you got the syntax and semantics, man. I mean I play semantics games with people every day. I think that's when somebody says something, I'll just go, oh, I'll check them on the semantics. Like, come on, don't play semantics with me. I'm like, well, get to what the fuck you mean. Say what you mean and mean what you say. I mean, and if you're not familiar with what you're asking for, then you might want to reconsider what you're saying. I'm not gonna mince words. I have a hard time chopping up and mincing words. Too precise for that. Yeah, I mean, if no one's ever seen it, go check out the movie. It's a documentary on Noam Chomsky. You know, he literally wrote the book on syntax and semantics. The documentary called "Is the Man Who Is Tall Happy?" And it's a verbal conundrum, and in that statement he's trying to explain syntax and semantics, but that's the name of the movie. And it was Michael Gondry that filmed it. And so it's really interesting. So Michael Gondry did the movies Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Science of Sleep, okay, like Jim Carrey and it, yeah, so great movies. But he's French, and he's very French, and he has a very thick French accent. And Chomsky's, he's a prolific Jew, and he's slow and old, and and his language is a certain way. And then you have this very thick first language is French, speaks English, but there's this communication barrier, and listening to them try to cut through this chitter chatter of how to understand each other, it makes for a really really interesting documentary. I highly suggest it. Is the Man Who Is Tall Happy? I believe that's the name. I mean, as much as I don't like, I mean, I love Chomsky. I mean, there's some shit that like I'm just like, fuck that dude. But the most of it, like he's one of my, you got heroes that you don't really enjoy everything they do. Like for instance, I don't see much wrong with what Sadhguru does. He does a lot of really awesome things. But then there's two things that he's for. He pushes the climate agenda bullshit, and he's for stabbing people, right? And I'm just like, suck a dick, dude. Like you're pushing an agenda. I don't know who do you work for, because that doesn't go along with everything else he says, which is perfect. And Chomsky, he's there was a bunch of great. His early films are great. If you've never seen anything that from like the '90s that he was producing, Manufacturing Consent. If you've never seen Manufacturing Consent, watch that shit. Then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like that's a huge base of what about how the media functions and its position as the third arm of the government, et cetera, et cetera. Like they're manufacturing your mind to just consent to anything that they say. They're using a very high form of psychological magic. They're using technological and psychological magic. But once you see it, it's as plain as day in everything. It's like literally like just scrape. It's like taking a film off your eyes and going, oh, then you'll see it in everything. Yeah, I know, sad guru instance. Yeah, I make fun of him that way too. But again, when I listen to him talk and he's teaching, and I'm not disinterested in it. Like maybe he's just got those two things wrong. Maybe he just doesn't have time in his day to do the research to fully comprehend what's going on with those two agendas and that bullshit. Or he's that popular because he's in it. But nonetheless, and so the dilemma is this. He's become so popular and he says so much that like, oh, anything he says is fucking minus. You know what I mean? It's gold. So if he says that and that, people are going to jump on those two things. And those two things are bullshit. Yeah, completely, 100%, absolutely, without question, bullshit. But he says though, so now that's going to hold a lot of weight. Now either he's saying it because there's plenty of things I've thought or believed that turn out not to be exactly as I thought, and maybe he's maybe he just doesn't see it. I mean, I could say like years ago, I used to be on the, oh yeah, we're fucking things up, because obviously, you don't want to take a tailpipe and put it in your mouth and start huffing it. But if you live in a major city, it's pretty disgusting. I think we can do better, right? So when we start to go, oh, well, you're really fucking it up, it doesn't equate in the larger thing when you look at the perspective outside of the bubble. You look in on this reality differently. Because I have no say in it. I have no I have no interest. I have no vested interest in this reality whatsoever. And I'm saying that in the most, like, I love being here. This is great. This whole existence. There's some obviously weird shit, but I don't have no vested interest. I'm not sitting out here. No one's giving me the nuke codes, dude. Even though nukes are a joke. No one's out here saying, hey, you want to show me how to run this business properly, which I could, and I could do it from an astrotheological way, and how to build a building to look like the human body and put the right people in the right place based on the birth signs. Like, I know all this shit, but I'm not in a position to do that. So, like, what my vested interest here is, like, nil. To me, I mean, it's a no-sum game, because I could just wake up another body. I'm ass out of here. I live forever. Nobody ever really dies. Nerd, N-E-R-D. What? Like, so my only to not be a complete apathetic atheistic, because I'm not apathetic. I'm not atheistic. God is everything. The Tao is everything. Zen is all. Like, what? So what should I do? Teach, learn, experience. but at the same time, I got no vested interest in the bullshit. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit online and just like chatter about like, oh, Donald Trump should be in office and Joe Biden's an idiot. Like, of course he is. Like, what do you expect? You think the other guy is better? You're foolish, dude. Spirit bow. Oh, what up, Terry? What you doing, yo? What are you doing, man? Chilling. Oh, and for anybody here, here's another little piece of information. This is the 5th Instagram account that's been shut down, and this time I literally don't know what happened. I literally didn't do anything. Maybe the first time I might have said something that was uncouth, but I see stupider shit. Nope, just shut it down again. So I'm probably not gonna be on Instagram anymore. So if you guys want to, come see me on the other one, Telegram. Come see me on Telegram, and you guys can interact. I don't know why. Like, some people can interact with me, other people can't figure it out. Yeah. Oh yeah, hey, and so hey Terry, didn't you? If you want my new address, hit me on the email. It is TheoLuminous. That's Theoluminous, and this is for everybody else too. If you ever need to get a hold of me for anything specific, if you need any vaginal moisture products, that's me. Or if you're having a problem with something health related or whatever, or just want to fucking say hi, theoluminous@gmail.com. That's me. Or if you want to send me a gift, holler at me there, and I'll give you places to do that. Usually cash is king, or biosurvival credits. That works too. Yeah, that's me, Theoluminous. Brenton, do I have ever heard of bilocation? Spirit Bow, yeah, you like that one? The vaginal vaginal moisture product. Yeah. I haven't done anything with that capacity lately. It's been a while. I need to get laid. Just honestly, I just put it out there. So if anybody's local, anybody in New Orleans, trying to, as long as you know, it can't be a penis. You just gotta. Sorry, I prefer boobies and vaginas. Just what I'm looking for. I like the smell too. By location, sure. That's essentially projecting yourself out of body somewhere else, right? Sure. It's like I'm here while also being over there doing something. Yeah, there's lots of ways to do it, and I think it's pretty similar to.
Song that you like to call "Just Bought a Car Online at CarMax and I'm Getting It Delivered to My House." Nice. Online car buying with home delivery. It's car buying reimagined. CarMax. Available within a 60-mile radius of select stores. See CarMax.com.
Oh, Terry. Okay. So I've done that once. I've done 2CB one time. That was pretty dope. I was at the beach doing that. That was a trip because I believe it was on an island in North Carolina where there was no light pollution. So when we were on the beach, you could see the whole Milky Way. I mean, you know how they take those pictures of the sky and it's like purple and you see the split down the middle and all that. Like you could see all that shit. And I was like, what? And it was like my first week that I'm there, so I don't even know this exists. Like I'm just like, oh, those are just great pictures. You must have to be in the middle of the country somewhere. Nah, man. But that was cool. Yeah, you know the thing about dating and spitting game. Like I don't remember how to do it. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to start a conversation anymore. In that regard, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to, you'd go out and like that's shooting fish in a bucket. Let's go. But like now it's like it's so different with the whole masky, stabby bullshit, and it's like you gotta be extra selective and like you gotta so many more barriers of bullshit to deal with before like. I mean, hey, casual sex is casual sex. It still will be, but like what is it? What do you want it to be? But to me, you can't. But now there's the huge barrier that I found is this: like, there's no way we'll ever get along. That if you got stabbed on purpose and believe in it, we have no relationship. We can't. Like, if you did and it's your job and you had influence and like I get it. And then we could figure something out. Like emotionally, I understand. Mentally, like what that would take. But like if you were like all for it, like I'm like yeah, no, we're not even friends. Like no friends here. We're not on the same modus operandi. You're a stupid person. That would just be about it. Like you don't really think, do you? And I would know right away. Like I can't trust you with anything. Do you want to break it down? If you went through get it, taking the whatever kind of experimental something. Like if you want to do some experimental drugs with me, I could understand that. As long as we had a pretty basic idea that it came from a plant life, that it wasn't going to, we got a couple, like 2CB for instance. That was experimental. That was an experimental stage. But trust the people around, and it's not for any other reason. Like it's a little psychic, a little experience here that's maybe psychedelic. Sure, but other than that, like if you're just taking something to like protect you from the world, I can't have it. You're talking a different language. I don't speak that. The world. Protect the world from my fucking wrath. I don't need to be protected from the world. Yeah, it's funny. I got pretty fucking stoned yesterday, and I was definitely I was definitely like almost out of body for a couple minutes, just because I don't smoke weed like that. Like I look like a pothead, obviously. I have all the attributes: long hair, beard. I look like a fucking retard. I don't smoke weed like that. So my buddy's like, "Yo, fucking rip this bong." I'm like, "What are we fucking in college?" And my buddy's like, he's 65. He's having this. How you like midlife crises? I don't know. I haven't experienced it. Like I'm 42. I don't really even understand it because this is not midlife for me. Midlife would be like 800 years old. But so he's like 65, and I think he's kind of getting that feeling like he's 65. And so it's not that he doesn't have a bong on hand. It's not that he doesn't smoke and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, dude, we fucking ripping bong hits at like noon on a Sunday? What is happening? So that was my day yesterday was replicit with vodka and weed. And I don't smoke weed like that at all. I mean, yeah, something's gone on with it. I'll take. Let me just see what's going on here. But I'm not trying to get high. Yesterday I definitely got high enough where I was almost spatially bilocating a couple times. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Terry, you got lucky with the unstabbed. Oh, I thought at first it said unstable. Ah, okay. What is that, man? I mean, truthfully, it seems like I just want that kind of like Midwestern housewifey, like nice, that you know, if I smash her face into the freezer and rip her panties off, that's the kind of wife, you know what I mean? But she's in the street, she's like normal, like she's just hi, I can see the draw for that. But I've always ended up with the chicks that are like fucking cuckoo, like out of control, like weird shit that I'm just like, ugh. I mean, fun, yeah, but then again, imagine what it's like. Hey Don, yeah. I can't use that word. That's one of the reasons my channel got shut down 5 times. It wasn't just that; it was a couple other things, but it was usually in accordance with a few algorithms that look for words. So I just avoid that. Yeah, I would, or I will say eating of the apple. That's another one I'll use. You've been having a midlife crisis for 15 years. You're not that old. Wait. How old are you? No, you're like 48, right? You ain't even that old. Nah, you no. 40. I might even overguessing at 48. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, happy 50. Okay, that makes sense then. Oh, drinks and drives. That's tough, man. Like there's got to be a little more. I mean, like if you have a couple of drinks and go home from the bar, I ain't mad at you. But like a drink and drive, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. I can't fuck with that. No. I have friends that I would say are friends most of the time that might have a little bit of a substance problem with all sorts of different things. But the drinking and driving, that's tough, man. Maybe just for me because I know better. I did that once, and I was like, yeah, that was probably a bad idea, Oh yeah, Aaron Colburn. A lot of people. This is one of the things I addressed before. And Aaron, I don't want to do this again or on this chat, but let's just say that apples as placebos is the reason we can adjust and inflate numbers on who seems to have variations of types of sicknesses. So we don't, no one really knows what kind of substance they consumed, and there has to be at least 50% of people that got none of it. So when half the people ain't really falling out, being sick and being they lucked out and they just don't know it. Their perception is they got something and they didn't. No wonder they didn't. Everybody else did though. I'm still asking the question, which I think is supremely important. If I didn't eat the apple, Yet I hang out with people all the time that did and that didn't, and no masks, crackheads, homeless people, sick people, filthy people, dying people, living people. And I'm still, what is going on? Why am I an anomaly? And I'm not saying just for me, I'm saying it for everybody else that didn't. It seems like everyone that I know that didn't go through that whole, vested into some cults and, eat an apple. Like everyone I know that didn't, they don't seem to have any major problems with their ease of life. They're not diseased. And it's been 2 years. You would figure that like somewhere in there, like right now you hear me doing this. This is because I smoked mad Black and Milds for the past few days, and it's a little cold. Yeah, spit this out of me. I'm good. Like beyond that, like I don't even know. Or what is sick? What is that? Ha 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 ha. He said you can still spit on your head. Yep. Yeah, Don. Yeah, Don. Yeah, you got that. Ah, really? Huh. Yeah, it depends. It depends on what other substances are involved in her mentality of if you could even go, settle the fuck down. Especially someone that's a good artist. You know what I mean? You said amazing, so I think you know art. Yeah. Yeah, some people want to destroy themselves for different reasons. I don't know how well you know her, but depending on because usually it's almost always post traumatic stress disorder based upon any number of things. And I'm sure you know, but like you can't deconstruct that for her. Yeah. Yes, I've been asymptomatic for 728 days. Huh? And I'm sitting here smoking blunts, drinking vodka, eating microwave popcorn, eating trash. I mean, what is going? This seems my cellular biological processes continuing to make a pretty good looking me and stay somewhat healthy. I've had obviously my own minor bouts with health issues, just as anybody does. Like right now, like I get a little arthritic-y, and I know why. It's very simple for me. I figured it out, like that years ago. I eat fried food. I eat white bread. I get dehydrated. I don't do enough of this. Like I get it, and that's what I'll deal with. That's my shit. But other than that, like health, my health is related to what I'm doing, not what you're doing. Yeah, Aaron, have a piss party. Everybody, we'll just sit around in a room and just piss on each other. See what happens. Imagine everybody be healthier. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. The interesting thing about water is while water is a holy sacrament, I guess, it's a sacred offering to the body. It should be really used way less than we use it, but we use it in such abundance because we're not getting enough food that is high in water content. Generally speaking, our water should come through food sources like fruits, right? Generally speaking. However, because of the state of the being of the world, we have to consume more water because we don't get enough fruits, we don't get enough vegetables. We're eating way too much fried, cooked fats, insoluble things, microwave shit. Like, of course, that's going to stagnate the body. And but in a perfect balanced state, the amount of water you'd have to consume would be minimum. because you'd be sweating it out and breathing it in through your skin anyways. Wait, what Spirit Bow? What are you talking about? You're not doing what? A piss party? Okay, we were joking, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would or wouldn't. Like, I'm not into it for a sexual fetish thing. I think it was a joke, but yeah, I mean, one day you'll do enough research on it, and it'll strike you that you should drink your own piss. I mean, at bare minimum, you should at least try putting it on your skin and see. Watch what happens to your face. Watch what happens to your face, and then watch after a couple of days, people will start telling you your skin looks healthier. It just will happen. I mean, what do you think all of the supermodels used to do? What do you think? What do you think? If you've ever put makeup on, you've put piss on your face. You piss face. The urea? At least At least it's your own.
Brought to you by our friends at LinkedIn. Welcome, professionals.
Yeah. I've just for people's. No, I've never been to. I'm not into like weird fetish shit, nor orgies, nor blah blah blah. Like I'm not into all that. Like, yeah, cucumber. Yeah, cucumber water is up there for cleaning the kidneys. Super healthy, hydrating. Cucumber is one of my favorite things. I get cucumbers all the time. Just so I come home, I drunk or whatever. I'm just like fucking cut this bitch up. We eating cucumbers. Oh man. Uh-oh. I don't have a mixer. What should I do? Oh no. Let me see if anybody calls me. I don't have a mixer and I don't feel like drinking vodka straight. Oh. 1 hour into this, I might have to go collect. You guys want to go on an adventure with me? Hey, yeah, there. Throw that. At least it's not a. I love how you put the cucumber up there rather than what do they put? It's not a zucchini. Eggplant. Get a little cucumber, Well, anybody want to join me? Go. I don't know how I would do it, but I'd buy you guys a drink right now. How would you even accomplish this? Hey, if you guys go, check it out. Here's how we do this. We're gonna do this next show. I'm gonna put my Cash App link, which gives you $5 and me $5. You start a Cash App account, so that's me giving you a drink, and then you can buy me a drink because you get $5 and I get $5. So I get a free drink, you get a free $5, and then you can donate something to me. Everybody wins. It's free fucking money. Try it out. Think that'll work. Peace out, Spirit Bow. Okay, well, here, do you guys want to do an adventure with me? Or should we you want to call this like we could just do a break? Because I definitely, I'm not drinking this vodka by itself. I'm just asking for a fucking shit show. I have to piss, and I have to go get a mixer for this. And my friend lives down the hall, so we can just go and do that real quick. I'm definitely taking a piss, so you guys got to give me a minute here. I'll be right back. Go enjoy your urine too. I'm not drinking it right now because I don't really have the means to do that. Okay, nice. What do you guys think? Should spirit mode? That'd be funny. Yeah, if I drank the, I've drank piss on camera plenty of times. Not. You guys want to go on an adventure real quick? I just gotta get a mixer, and then we'll come back outside. We come outside. We'll do the show from outside. Is that a yes? That way you guys can have a little. This would be a commercial break. Normally, in an hour long show, you have to have like what, 4 commercials? What is it, like 3 minutes worth of commercials? Some bullshit. Here you go. You get 1 commercial. The commercial break is simply feel free to purchase me a beverage if you want to. You can donate to me. CashApp, PayPal, Venmo. It's in the description box beneath. My name is TsarXen. TsarXen. That's CashApp and PayPal.me/boom. And if you need to rewind it, you can slow it down or look in the description box. Also, next time, I'll give you the password. Give you the password to. What's up, yeah? It won't be the password. It'll be my Venmo or PayPal or whatever, and $5 thing. Yeah, then we get free monies. Might as well. Why not? Why not? So let me go. Let's go to the shit real quick. We're taking a road trip with me. Aw, shit. There we go. So here's your 3 minutes of go feed your cat. Who knows? Go take a dump. Whatever you're gonna do. And you guys can watch me go harass a friend of mine for some a mixer, because I don't feel like walking. I mean, I can stay in the building, and it's a little more cozy than having to walk across the street. When I go outside where it's all cold and then talk to other people. Ugh. Mr. Mannion, here you just got here right during break time. I gotta get a mixer for this. Oh, thank you for the $1 the other day, man. Appreciate it. I got myself a bottle of vodka with that, which I'm currently drinking, and now I'm going to the inside to collect something to put with this vodka, which I am not going to be drinking by itself. So that way I can stay up on 2 feet vertical. So you guys got to give me a few moments here to get my the drummer man. Yeah, boy. What's going on, my friend? How you feeling? Welcome to my hallway. Yeah, Dave, you're gonna have to give me a couple minutes here for me to participate in this show completely again and see if my people is alive. I wish there was a way to put a pause on it. And we'll be back in 3 minutes. Here's a word from my sponsor. Hey, okay. Can I have some of your mixer for this?
Do I have this thing?
Yeah, you have the Gatorade.
Then I guess you may.
Well, thank you. I would have called you and texted you prior to just showing up unannounced, but I'm doing a show and yeah,
A traveling show?
yeah.
Alright.
Okay, here we are almost there. We're drinking Gatorade. This is what we've got to. Okay, how did your bath go? Did you bathe? Did you bathe? That's what the smell was. Hey! Ooh. No, that's not me. Okay. Told you guys 3 minutes. Refill. Don't worry, I'll be entertaining again in a second. This is all real time. That's what you get. No commercial breaks. No quantum time loops. Go ahead and go smoke a spliff. Prepare yourself a drink. Go jerk off if you have to. I don't know. What do you do? Okay, cool. Let's go back outside. Thank you for letting me come into your place and drink your drink. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I've been doing things, putting laundry away, getting ready for a bath. I just got done trimming and filing my nails. And
Okay. See, I usually do that after. Okay. I obviously don't do that. Well, if you get bored when you're done, holler. Come join. You can talk to these people. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to Sarah? This is Sarah.
Hello.
Hi. Isn't she cute?
Do you want me to get that?
I think I could figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we are learning.
Many talents.
Well, yes.
Adios.
So, what do you guys yeah, Sarah was on one of my shows a little while back. When singing, you should listen. And hold on. And now she's singing with like a legitimate band, like a real deal out playing gigs kind of band and shit. She can sing. You should, if you haven't heard, go scroll back maybe like 2 months ago. One of my videos. Okay, we outside. We hanging out now. Let's go. Have you guys been able to hear the music when I've been playing? Oh, much better. Part 2. Welcome to this side of the building. Hi. What's up, Stan? Oh yeah. I have her sing. Oh yeah, like no, she was. Funny enough, she got band practice tonight in that room that I'm in right there. They host a band practice in there for Row and in the Parlay band. They don't. They're very, very good. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so she's supposed to sing tonight, but she wasn't feeling good because, well, the weather changed here, and some people don't deal with going from 80 to 40 in one day. Like, it was 80 and then went to 40, and she'd been smoking lots of. She got me smoking Black and Milds and shit. She was like smoking too much. She just wasn't feeling good. So they're supposed to have band practice tonight. So maybe tonight. Maybe tonight I'll come by and you guys can listen in on Sarah singing. Ha ha ha. Hey, what up, baby? What you doing? That's funny that you asked that. You know I've met someone that has green veins, right? Like, this was a really interesting time. I was hanging out in the French Quarter, and this black dude. I mean, he's black as anything. Like, he is extremely melanated, right? And I sit down and start having a chat with him, blah blah blah. Like, he's just like he's from the swamp. Like, he's dirty South. And we're just fucking around, and people coming by, like, giving us food and shit. Like, it was just like, we just looked like two fucking goofballs just hanging out. Like, he got his shirt off, like, muscular as shit. And I'm looking at him like, dude, you didn't realize your veins are green? He goes, yeah. Like, that's the literal people that have green veins. It wasn't that he was melanated to the point where I couldn't tell blue from green. He literally had green veins. My veins, I would say, still tend towards blue. There might be a little, maybe, but no, it's pretty blue. I don't have a wood tip. I got it is a BLK. Although I prefer the wood tips, but they're expensive. Stan. See that? Yeah, that's interesting. The green vein is something that there's and you look into, like, all the different element species that are certainly here, and one of them is towards green blood. What's up, Daily Deuces? I know it doesn't completely say deuces, but what's going on? I've always been under the assumption, and also, if you look into my old videos on blood work, so I did a bunch on different blood chemistry and antibodies, antigens, the A, the O, the golden blood. I'm under the assumption you can change your blood type as well as perhaps the color. I don't see why not. I mean, your blood is only a bunch of chemical reactions. It's like your blood becomes red because it's been oxidized or oxygenated the blue blood that was, in essence, kind of dirty because of the foods you put in it. I mean, not dirty, but there's whatever chemicals are in there, and then all of a sudden you put oxygen on it, and it rusts it. Oxygenating something is rusting something. So I'm of the mind that your blood should probably be towards green, if not gold, like your urine. And I don't see why there should be too much of a chemical reaction happening when you're breathing. Like, there obviously something is occurring, and so there's an explosive force. So when you oxygenate something and it breaks down the iron. So if you say iron-rich blood, I'm not certain. I've been in this many times. I'm not certain that iron should be in our diet and our blood. I don't think so. I think it was introduced during the Iron Age that caused us to age quicker and die quicker. I don't think we're supposed to consume iron. Could be wrong. At least iron in the sense of the amount of it and where we're getting it. Like, it's all in the wrong places. Like, if there's some organic in plant life iron something, yeah, sure. Most of what we're getting is, like, look at cereals. Cereals are disgusting. What do they put in cereals? Iron? Like, that's a red flag right across the fucking, right in your face. Like, what don't you eat? Don't eat like they tell you. Don't eat don't eat breakfast cereal. You shouldn't be eating like that in the morning anyways. What do they put in there? That should be like, here's what you don't eat. You want to eat the fucking Babylonian slash whatever, I mean, whatever you want to call the diet. Go for it. But it's, I mean, we all have and we all will consume part of this empire, whatever it is, whether it's Roman or Babylonian or whatever label you want to put on it. But you know, you would do your best to steer away from eating the way that it's prescribed to, because apparently hasn't been helping a lot of people. It seems to be quite a bit of cancers and heart disease and all this shit that's going on in the world. And if it's not terrain and diet related, I don't know what to tell you. We've seemed to have destroyed the germ theory quite a while ago. But bacteria exists. It's what's going to flourish in your body. There's all sorts of bacteria that are good for you and some that are bad. It's just the way it is. But considering where and how they flourish, there's a couple of tricks about even the alkaline diet and the alkalinic. There's a lot of going on there, and I've discussed that at length plenty of times that I'll address in future shows again. But there's acid things that will make your body alkalinic, and there's alkalinic things that will make your body acidic, and there's the acidity of the pH of your blood in different parts of the body. There's a pH of your urine, pH of everything. So that potential hydrogen, which is a confusing one, because I thought water was hydrogen and oxygen. It potentiates, if that's a word. Oh shit, 120 degrees? That's crazy. The worst I've ever done is like on purpose, where you go from a cold pool, so like what, 65, or a cold shower, which is probably down in the 50s, to a hot sauna, and you can do that on purpose, and that's healthy for the cardiovascular, the blood flow, that would be, what would I say, 70 degrees, between 50 and 120. Is it about 100? No, maybe 100, 105, 110. So 60 degrees, that's a lot. 80 degrees? Ugh. No thank you. Reminds me of this book I just read, and they were talking about, it was The Alchemist. You ever read The Alchemist? I didn't finish it. I gave it away before I finished it. And there's a part in the story that they're talking about being dwellers of the not forest dwellers, but the desert dwellers, and how the night and the day are contrasts completely different, and it takes a specific kind of person to last in the desert. Yeah, Barbados to the Rockies. Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, anybody that hasn't been on a plane and start at one place and get off in a completely new climate, it's really interesting. It's your favorite book? You lost your tan, Stan? Yeah, I need my tan too, but Alchemist is your favorite? I like it a lot. They were supposed to make that movie so many times. Will Smith was supposed to have just made it and apparently didn't. Yeah, my favorite books are Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. The Alchemist is up there, but I haven't finished it, but I can see why it's a great read. Hermann Hesse, Siddhartha. Siddhartha's top 3. Really? It was that quick? So Stan, you're saying you already had like a decent tan, you were already melanated, and then your skin just started peeling. Zarathustra. Yeah. Zarathustra. No, I'm talking about, well, and if you're saying Zarathustra, yeah, good stuff. I was saying Siddhartha. Herman has Siddhartha. You always forgot the alchemy. You always forgot the ending. Oh, you forgot it. See, I don't know that I forget the ending, but there's plenty of middle chapters that I'm kind of just breezing through to get to the to get to what the next point is. Oh yeah, you bring up another. Okay, I didn't know if you misheard me. I used to be a pretty avid reader. Like I never enjoyed it. There's only a few books that I really enjoyed reading, and there's probably the ones that I just named. There's a few others that I enjoyed reading. I used to read a lot more in the fringe science realm, things that were like there was some sort of, it was more than just some moral or ethical or perception of how life is stories, and more applicable knowledge of like, hey, there's a reason that we consume, this chocolate and a banana because there's potassium and magnesium, and they'll help you to sleep, and there's practical knowledge to it. So I was into those kind of things. Like Barbara Wren, The Cellular Awakening. Highly recommend that book. I use that as a basis. See, I like the Cellular Awakening because it uses 4 main substances. 2 nighttime and 2 daytime elements, magnesium, potassium, and sodium and calcium. Sodium and calcium are daytime elements. Magnesium and potassium are nighttime elements. And there's a switching of what's going on in your cell and the extracellular and the intracellular fluids, and they should be swapping places. And most people don't have enough magnesium, so the pressure at night it's not enough to change the place. So most people have problem sleeping because they don't have enough magnesium or potassium in their extracellular fluid to make its way into the intracellular fluid. And I like that because there's 4 main components which line up with the 4 major humors, which are hot and cold and wet and dry, which are the 4 seasons, the 4 breathing patterns, the essence of the force. I did a whole. If I didn't release it, I will re-release the video called The Force. Yeah, The Force. Yeah. And then actually I kind of dipped into a bunch of different comic book characters too, and how they were using colors and elements in that too. Cellular Awakening. The main 4 salts are sodium and magnesium and potassium and calcium. Calcium and sodium are day. That should be in your cells during the day, and then towards night, this is the reason for a chocolate-covered banana. Eat that at night, and then it overwhelms the extracellular fluid with potassium, which is in the banana, and magnesium, which is in the chocolate, and that will help you put you to sleep. A lot of people say they don't dream or they can't get to sleep, and they eat chocolate before bed. The darker the chocolate, the better. Yep. So magnesium and calcium are also MGK, magic. So the nighttime realm is, so it's encoded even in that way. Everybody goes, oh, you're reaching with this kind of shit. Nah, dude, we can do this with everything. I've been doing, how the fuck do you think I keep talking? I've been doing this for years. And every time that you look at something, the chemical elements is, you look on the periodic table of elements, and it's sitting right there. It says MGK, magic. And think of, I mean, here, let's try it out in the let's try it out in the real world, working fashion. What is in everything? Calcium's in your milk. Calcium. Everybody's like, oh, you have bone density problems. You need more calcium. Here's the trick. the bones may be made of calcium. But people have weak bones, and and when they're older, they have broken bones and shit. Not because of the calcium they're getting. Normally, you're getting calcium that is inorganic, meaning there's no carbon bond, it's not usable, and they're getting too much of it. They're not getting enough magnesium, potassium, which will actually help the bones to rebuild, which is kind of counterintuitive, but yet they continually put more calcium and calcium in the diet, and their bones get weaker and weaker. Bones are made of calcium, but it's not how they're made. Like, here's a simple way of understanding it. A tree, that wood, it's not made of wood. You don't take wood and put it in the ground so a tree grows from taking the other wood to make more wood. It's taking other things to create what is the wood. And that wood is made of sunshine and water. Interestingly enough, when you burn the wood, it becomes fire, which is from the sunshine. So it's the energy of the sun is in the wood. And you're looking at it going, no, that's a heavy, tangible object. But as soon as you light flame to it, it becomes the flame because it has so much stored up energy from the sun. Like, why do you think certain people radiate energy differently? They exude energy. Melanated people, darker like a tree bark, right? They're getting more sun into them. People that have good eyesight, their eyes glow because they're getting sun into their body. They're getting sun into this color because there's so much dense energy charge in my hair and my beard. My eyes are this color, green and brown. It's the color of nature. Look around you. What color is nature? It's green and brown. It's melanated. Green blood and brown is the condensing of what becomes dark matter. So dark matter, the melanation is brown to you call black, but it's not. It's like black magic, but it's just darker. It's more rich in the material. The sun is light, yet it produces darkness. You see? The sun is light but produces darkness. But if you're always in the dark, you'll end up like pasty. Your soul is not a beaming white light. Your soul is soil. It's dark. It's earth. My soul is dark. But that's why I express light. If you had a soul that was clear and empty, you wouldn't beam that. It would be darkness. It would have to be the inverse ratio of the energy. Interesting, you got crystal blue eyes. It's probably just ancestry, like crystal blue eyes. Like water. It's like people with bright blue eyes. They're different. You're engaged. There's people that have different color eyes that are very engaging. I mean, the story goes, the youngest and the cleanest are the blonde-haired blue eyes of the innermost realm that were birthed last. So when you think of like the blonde-haired, blue-eyed idea, and then we look at what is the farthest on the spectrum from that, it would be the brown, melanated, dark-eyed, dark-skinned. That's the grandfather figure that's in all the movies that's been around, that's on the outer realm of Hyperborea, and the inner realm, which is usually talked about. They treat the planet because they just got here and they think they know everything, because they just came from nothing. They came from the nothing realm of everything was possible, and then as we go out the realms, we have the innermost realm, which is white, and the next realm, which is redskins, the natives to the land, And then we have the yellow people, which are the Asian people. And then you have the brown melanated people, which were first birthed onto the realm. From brown to yellow to red to white. And if you look at a Native American flag, they have 4 colors on it. It's red, white, yellow, and black. Those are the 4 root races. Call them a race, it's not a race, it's species. All human, but different species, completely. But then you have hybrids that we've talked about plenty of times. There are some people that have, through the years, these 2 races or species came together and they made something. And the next generation is a hybrid species. And some have some Asian and black, some are white and Asian, some are white and black, some are Native American and white, Native American black, and some are just core species. The very, very, very almost blue black people. They've just kept their lineage in that dark, like we stay in our own tribe. And you have the white people, the very white people, tend to have bluer eyes because they're not tainted with anything. And again, darkness isn't tainting, but it's like to color something. It's an Aryan. The Aryans are the inner race. That's the ones that just came out. The Aryan race versus, this is why white and black is everything, right? Because you have the old ancient heritage of species that was born first. It doesn't make it better or worse, and it doesn't make, but the Aryans are just like little children. They just came out the womb and said they know everything. Well, because they just came from being in a place of every knowledge. But then you get the hybrids, which are, some have all 4. I would assume I'm all 4. I have some Asian qualities. I have some melanated qualities. I have physically, my nose, my lips, more of melanated. My eyes, but then I have Asian features. I have Native American qualities too. And obviously, most people say, "Oh, you're white," but I don't know about that. I disagree. Yeah, BB. Well, you got the black sun and the white sun. I mean, that's really difficult. Perhaps on the other side of the sun is black. If we just flip the realm around, the sky is not blue but red, and the sun is black, not white. But if the sun is black on the other side, that's the condensation of all of the energy that is spitting something out. I mean, when a light bulb is not on, what color is it? What does it take for energy discharge? It takes ground. You have to have ground, which is soil, which is soul, which is the color that it is. You're not finding soil or soul that isn't black. Hey, BB, are you calling me a demigod? I assume most. Not most. Interesting. I don't know percentage wise. Like demigods. I don't know. Maybe 10%. I mean, it's hard to say everyone isn't connected to the source, because obviously you must be. You're born. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's like, look, find the old ancient ancestors that are super melanated with blue to white eyes. They have like a white thing that's like, you would call it like cataracts, but they don't wear glasses and they can see, and their eyes are bright blue and they have a white halo around their eyes, but their skin is melanated. What's happening? Look at people that are like super white, light skinned people that are melanated, like they're black, but they're light skinned. What's the name for that? There's a specific name for it. I mean, think about it too. Like if you start a you want to go barbecue, what do you do? What do? You get charcoal. What color is charcoal? Black. You light it on fire, and the ash that's given is white, and the light that comes off is clear. Light is clear. Light is not white. Here's a simple reminder for people: light is not white. It's full spectrum. Light unveils whatever the opposite of all light is. Even black as a color isn't necessarily what they say. White is all the colors combined in black. Oh wait, black is all the colors combined. It has no reflection. Blah blah blah. White is all No, those are both colors. Light itself. The reason that I can see you and you can see me is that whatever light is I can see from here to here. If it was white, I wouldn't be able to see you, and you wouldn't be able to see me if it was. But the light that the dark charcoal, as you light it, gives off is obviously so you can see. A mulatto. Mulatto is no, that's not the word I'm looking for. Albino. Yeah, mulatto is different. But yeah, albino. Albino's an interesting one. Go watch the what movie was it? It just came out a couple years ago. One of the bosses in the movie that's like the bad guy-ish. He's like a drug lord, blah blah blah. He's an albino, and his parents that were both black had a white child, and they thought he was the devil, and he became the devil. But he was obviously in every way, very clearly bone structure and everything. He's black, that you would call black. Yeah. Anybody know the name of the movie? What the hell was the name of it? Was it a movie or no? It was a series. It was called. It was a series. It might have been based upon a graphic novel. BCP, you had a Indian albino, like Indian. He knew he was native. Because normally it's an African albino. There's not a lot of there's no African Americans here. Let's just get that out the way again. Just to, if you're African American, you know your tribe, you know your country, not your continent, and all that whole story is bullshit. Because if you look at where the sun is, like how people would be tribally, there was tribes here, and there were. Scottie Pippen is a prime example. Look at that dude. He's got a beak like a hawk. He's tall. He's everything that it said that the white people that came from the Slavic region, the slaves, or the British people that came here, they seem these tall, melanated, towards red skin, reddish brown. Yeah. Most people here that think they're black from Africa are almost certainly from a tribe. They just don't remember, because they can't really get past their They can't get in their heritage. They don't know they don't know their great grandparents. And if they do, I guarantee you they know their ancestry. I guarantee if somebody knows their great grandparents or are aware of them, will say completely without question they're from such and such tribe in this country, this area in America.
I'm always earning on my pay category. Like 3% cash back from dining and food takeout. So when I order a big dinner, not only
I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. I was like, there's no way that every major city in America, what is, if you look at the inner city, if you look at the city itself, what percentage white and black is it? It's almost certainly more black, or at least 50-50, somewhere around there. How does that occur? If everybody here was original, like if the majority of people were shipped here, you know what I'm saying? Like it would take more generations. But apparently, there was already white and black people here, and mostly red-skinned Native Americans, not Africans. Sound therapy with tuning forks. I have a bunch of tuning forks. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, he was okay. Indian. So they were American Indian. They knew American Indian. They had like their hair was a little different, maybe a little more, not as tight knit curls. Although that is part of it too. Nappy headed, but maybe a little straighter. And then taller, thicker, bigger bone mass. And then he was albino. Yeah, Stan, the pinkish skin, yeah, due to the blood cells. Yeah, there's some interesting things that go on with the blood that when you go from a different, if you planted a seed somewhere and then wanted to grow in a different, if you want to domesticate a banana somewhere or a cherry or whatever it is, if you put it in different soil, it's gonna have a different set. You guys, Earth is not just one species of soil. You could be in your yard and plant seeds all over it, and it's not necessarily going to grow because all of the chemical and biological the components of what's in the soil is different. All of the things that are eating and feeding and rebirthing, and there's a whole set of different species even on a plot of land behind your house. That it's terrain modification, terrain theory. Terrain is more important than anything. You're not gonna grow peaches in Antarctica. It's just not gonna happen. It's not suitable. So the environment changes and changes the chemical and the makeup in the body of all of the different species of things that live in the body. Yeah, BB. We talked about that many times. America. Look at Africa, America. So root word being Rica. Rica is the root word. It means rich. Rica means rich. So America, Africa. So America means rich soil or rich land. And Africa, I forget what the root of af is, but yeah, I mean, we can see that through the Mississippi River and I believe the Nile River. It's a mimicry, but it goes in the other direction, not this way. Like from India, okay. Hindu Indian, I got you. Yeah, look at the Mississippi, there you go. Peace out, baby. Good to see you. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, go look at a map of look at the Mississippi and look at the way it travels, and then look at what's going on over in Africa. It's a mimicry. Was it artificially made that way? Did organic? It's irrelevant, but it is the same. And the most important thing that you can understand where a land was and its age. Look at how far the pyramids are uncovered. Not so many. we find them in America, but they're farther down. Just like you get the Mayans, you get the Mexican kind of that in that area. They're built lower, which means the only thing that's happening here is if there's layers of land being put on top of, we can dig down and find all sorts of cities beneath us. But in America, it's deeper. It's deeper than in Africa, as far as we can tell so far. But at least the last generation, the African pyramids are already above ground. It means they were built after. It's pretty simple. BCP, good to see you. BCP and BB, yeah. Peace. Well, welcome to anybody that just got here. You are obviously welcome to type if you'd like to. You can say hello. Say what up. 2 hours in, commercial break is if you'd like to, and you found out any new information or you've been entertained, feel free to CashApp, PayPal, Venmo. It's all in the description box. Hit me up. Oh yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, I bet it.
What happened to that hair salon that used to be there?
Oh man, as long as I lived here, that's not been there.
Yeah.
It's been, I've only been here like what, a year and a half, 2 years, but so the hair salon was right over here next to they're redoing this. They're doing the store. There's a hair salon in there. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I lived here 2 years ago. I was trying to get my hair cut.
Ah, I got scissors. I don't know how well I'll do, but as you can tell, I'm good, man. Thank you. As you can tell, I don't cut any of this, so. But I'm good with shears.
I hear you. Me too.
I'm like the demon barber from Fleet Street.
Oh, I can dig that.
Can you dig it? Yeah, man.
Thanks, bro.
Of course.
Sorry.
Oh, not at all. Yeah. I mean, they need a break anyways. I can only do so much entertaining.
I was just here like 2 years ago and the place was open. So a girl in back there used to cut my hair all the time. Like, it's awesome. Really nice little place, nobody bothers you.
Well, I mean, now that after the hurricane, like there's like right now they're still rebuilding the whole building. Like, mad shit got fucked up in. About 50% of people don't live here no more. They had to all the apartments. They're finally getting to the top floor. Like they had to walk through black mold and all sorts of shit in all the apartments. 50% of people are gone. So, yeah, but they're rebuilding those, so that's kind of cool. There'll be that store is getting rebuilt, and then there's a couple other shops that are probably gonna come up in here. Shit, pretty cool.
Yeah, somebody told me, somebody who lives here, like nobody's at the desk until like 3:45 right now.
Mhm.
Somebody told me that apparently somebody in the apartments is still doing it. So,
There's a couple. I mean, there's some there. Some got like just a little bit of damage. Like mine got very little damage. I lucked out too, because like next door to me was fucked. The other one was fucked. I was like, it's just me. I put that aura of don't fuck my apartment.
my house is like right by Carrollton now.
Carrollton?
My house ended up being a bedroom. It's in between two bigger houses. Like their
Mhm.
house got torn and roof came off and shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a little bit of wind damage, a couple broken windows.
Yeah, it was interesting. There was like either houses that were just torn to shit, and some people were like, nah, we good.
West Bank got worse.
Yeah. Oh, farther down, if you keep going down, like completely ruined. A friend of mine lived in, it's like an hour from here. One of the major, if you're going south. Big enough city, whatever. And they just sold a house, 4 days, closed on it before the hurricane.
Oh.
They just moved. And I mean, I was like, they were moving to Philly. I was like, what y'all doing going to Philly? Like, it's cold there. Like, stay here. But they lucked out, because if they'd have stayed, the house was fucking trashed. It's gonna suck whoever bought it. There's got to be some clause in there for them to get insurance on it, though. Yeah, hopefully for them, yeah. What else? Atoms, electrons. What do we get into here? Yeah, Stan. The interesting thing about the rivers is like, I mean, if we consider most of the realm was used for digging things out of to take somewhere. I mean, some of it's still here, but most of it was like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. They mined the whole thing for something. Crystals, perhaps gold, perhaps. Rivers could be that. I mean, most of what we look at. I mean, think of the Grand Canyon. When you look at that shit, that doesn't look like dug out by equipment. If you look at equipment digging out mines today, you have the same shit going on, and so it looks like it used to be an old river. Well, maybe they were just digging that way, and it just so happens that no, we'll just call it an old river, and that's just I don't see it. Yeah, the Ricas have the longest. Yeah. So yeah, you got the America. Well, I mean, what's in South America? There's a couple big, like Congo, and all that shit, like the deep south of South America. The Amazon, yeah. Oh, the Congo's over there, yeah. The Amazon. You ever talk about? Yeah, see, I mean, think about the root words and ideas. What are the most major things on the planet, right? You would say go to the Amazon forest and you find anything. It's jungle. There's medicine. There's medicine men. That's primal real estate. That's the place. And then you get online and what do you look? You get on Amazon to find all of the things you could ever possibly want to find. Look at Google. What's the first word that you say when you come out of the womb? You say Google. You say Google. It's the first word. And it's owned by the Alphabet Corporation. Yeah, the Nile and the Mississippi are probably the longest, I think. I love how there's like a couple dozen people here. You guys got here late. You got me on. I'm working on fumes right here. I'm trying to reload. I got a mixed drink here. See if we can reload information. If anybody gives me new topics, what up, Christopher Lee? What's up about Christopher Lee squared? Hey, cheers, bro. So check it out. It's been like this is a 2-hour show. Let's wrap it up, and I will probably do a show a little later today. I had a couple others on reserve, and we'll dig into that. But for now, we'll leave it at 2 hours, and I will say good evening, good day. Take care of yourself. And most importantly, make sure you're taken care of, because if you don't take care of yourself, who else can you take care of? And when you can, take care of others. And if you'd like to take care of me, CashApp, PayPal, Venmo, it's in the description box beneath. TsarXen, that's me. And if you need to hit me up on the emails for anything personal or otherwise, Theoluminous, TheoluMinous @gmail. And stay weird, be fruitful. Some of you should not multiply. Remember that. Keep your seed inside, because I don't want to see y'all reproduce. Some of you maybe, and some of you, if you want to, I can impregnate you if you like, but I'll do it here for free, just with knowledge. It's good to see everybody. I'm ass out of here. Stay well, and we'll talk soon. Bye, bitches. Ah, yes.